Good morning everyone. So we've got a really ab-based class today. Because I'm not there to check you, what I need you to do is check the space around you is clear, really listen to your body, which you should always do anyway, but especially when I'm not there to check you. So adapt the moves to suit you and just work at your own level. I would like you to start with your knees together, please. Bottom back towards your heels. And I'm going to turn to a side profile actually. I want you to take your hands on your knees and I'm just going to press the back of my rib cage into the back of my t-shirt. I nod my chin to my chest so I've got flexion of the spine, and then I'm going to pull my hands onto my knees and I lift my breastbone up and I just gaze up to about the top of the wall in front of me. And when you're ready, let's do that again. Tuck your tailbone between your legs, nod the chin towards your chest, pull your belly button up and under your rib cage. And then again, we take the spine into extension. So it's a bit like cat and cow, which is done in yoga, but just in a kneeling position. We're going to wake your spine up. We're going to move it in every single direction it can move before we get started with our practice. So as I go into this cow type move, I lift my breastbone up between my arms and my tailbone kind of pops out behind me a little. Give me one more each direction. So go for this cat, and then we take it into extension. I'm going to turn to face you. I'm going to come somewhere in between my neutral spine. I just want you to take your right hand behind you, take your left hand onto your right knee and give me a twist. So I pull against the leg and I gaze over my back shoulder. And let's take it the other way. So I pull against my leg. The other hand's just resting on the floor behind me. And as I rotate the spine, I'm thinking about lifting up through my breastbone. Let's just go twice more. So I twist down to the right and lift the breastbone up and look all the way behind me. One more time like this, please. Twist and pull. And then come to center. I want you to take your left hand towards your left heel. It might stay there. I'm going to go side profile again. And then I'm going to press my hips forwards. I lift my right arm up by my ear and I gaze up to the ceiling. So if your left hand comes off of your left heel, that is just fine. And then I come down, I switch sides. My right hand goes towards my right heel. My hips press forwards, my left arm lifts up. I gaze up to the ceiling. And then lower down. 4 more. Your legs will probably want to drift apart here. Think about squeezing them together. And we're going to get more of a lovely hip opener here. And release down. Give me 3. So hopefully you'll feel yourself just loosening off a little bit more each time. I started the early class with this morning, and I was so much tighter. It really doesn't take long to loosen off. Give me 2. But never forcing anything. And center. Last one. Lift up, gaze up, the arms up by your ear. Come on down, and we're going to have our arms in front of us now to chest height. Keep those knees squeezed together, and I just lift up. My arms go back, and I take my bottom back. So it's a bit like a kneeling squat. Let's go for 5. Hips forwards, arms back, and lower that bum down. So my little fingers really reach into the wall behind me. I feel my triceps working, and then the arms reach long here. Give me 3. Just watch your back isn't arching here. Keep your ribcage pulled in. And lower that bum down. Let your knees still together. Give me 2. Reach those little fingers back. And down. Last one. And we hold it here. Take your arms in front. Think ribs pulled in. And you are going to give me a thigh stretch. So we go back. And we lift tall. So think about the line of your body not changing. All you're doing, the only thing that changes is the bend in the knees gets a bit deeper. Squeeze your legs together. They're going to want to part, but don't let that happen. Give me 3. All my legs burn when I do this. Thigh stretch is such a rotten name. You think you're about to do a really nice move and then it just burns. One more time, please. Give me that thigh stretch. And we lift up and lower yourself down. Well done. So we're well warmed up now. I would like you to come to a seated position, and we're going to have our knees bent, feet on the floor, I like to have my knees together, and I'm just going to tuck my hands behind my knees, and I pull on those thighs to lift my breastbone up. Now, I'm not sat so tall I feel like I've got a rod up my bottom, but I feel like I'm almost floating here. Got this lovely lengthened spine. When you're ready, give me a cow in this position. A cat, sorry. Tuck your tailbone, nod your chin to your chest, and you'll come into this letter C shape. So you've got this lovely flexion of your spine, and then we round up, and I lift my breastbone up, I gaze up a little. Twice more like this, and then I'm going to take it further. I'll be taking my hands away, but it's up to you. Again, we're going to build through the levels, and you find the one that suits you best. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Round the spine out. Hold it here for a moment longer. So that tailbone is firmly tucked. I want you to pull your belly button up and under your rib cage, but I feel like I'm pressing my lower back into the waistband of my trousers and the back of the rib cage into the back of my t-shirt. And we come up, so we feel really strong in that C shape. For me, I'm going to cross my arms now like a genie, and I'm going to find that C curve again. So really spin your pelvis under you. You feel like you could hold it here all day, you're not fighting anything. And then we round up, and we sit tall. So you see I'm not coming too low. I'm just coming off of my sit bones and finding that beautiful flexion of my spine. And then I come on up. Now I'm going to turn to face you. We go again. You can continue at this level, or you could find your C and then lift the arms up and lower them down. So nothing else is moving. I keep tucking my pelvis under me. I lift the arms up and I lower them. Give me two. Just let your breath flow here. Definitely don't hold your breath. We do that too often when we're focusing. My arms come to chest height and I come on up. Just check your legs are still together. And we're going to go further. I'm going to add a twist this time to work into the obliques, but that is up to you. So I find my C curve. You find where you feel strong, like you could stay here all day, and then I twist to the right hand side of the room. My legs and feet aren't moving. And I come to center. And I twist to the left. Just check your elbows aren't dropping there. So your arms, your forearms are staying at this parallel or this horizontal position. We're going to go for 3 more. We twist left. Just look at the bony part of your wrist or your watch strap, just to make sure your neck isn't doing all the twisting. I feel my rib cage turning, the waist muscles working. 1 more time, please. And center, round on up. I'm going to take my legs long now. I'm going to just tie my hair back actually. And we're going to go to our roll-ups. Now you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You listen to your body. First of all, imagine you've got a beach ball in front of you and you scoop your belly up and over it and come to your horseshoe shape. Flex your feet and we're going to roll down. I'm not going to come all the way down the first one, but I am going to go lower than I did when my knees were bent. I've just come to the top of my trousers. And then I'm going to scoop the belly up and over that imaginary beach ball and stretch. Now imagine there's a ceiling that's dropped low above you and you're rolling down under that ceiling, and I'm just going to come down a vertebra further. And then I come on up. I'm squeezing my legs together the whole time to keep my centre connected, and I'm going to roll down again. I'm going to come down a bit further, but remember this is your workout. You go as low as you wish. I mean, if you get stuck on the floor, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to use your hands to lift you up. So just explore it. For me, I'm going to go all of the way down now, and I'm going to reach my arms to the floor behind me. I lift the head, my arms stay by my ears. I scoop the bellies, I lift up and over. And then I'm going to melt the spine down again. So if you got stuck there, go a little less low next time so you can work through any sticky spots you might have in the spine. My arms are staying by my ears. Oh, I feel tight today. And we reach. Push your heels forwards. That's going to connect your back line, make you a bit stronger. And we come on down. Again, you're letting your breath flow. I come up for one last roll up, oh dear, and I reach, and I sit tall. I'm going to turn you onto your side, and we're going to go for some side bend work here. Again, I'm going to build through the level so you stop at the level that works for you today, but make sure you're always challenging yourself. My feet, my knees and my hips are stacked. My arm bone is spinning backwards, and I feel how strong I am here. I've got my strength. For me, I take a deep breath in at the bottom, and then I exhale, lift my hips up, and take it to the side bend. And then slowly down. So I'm going to go for one more with my knees bent. So we're just working the spine in this lateral flexion. I press the hip up, don't look down, look in front, and I take it down. You can continue there, or to work more on the balance, I take the bottom leg long, I press my top foot in front of the bottom foot, so spinning my arm bone backwards, and I take a side bend here. So you can see I'm a bit wobbly here. Press your hip up and take it down. So we're trying to make like a rainbow shape of the spine. Come on up. And then we're going to hold it here with your arm lifted to the ceiling. So you can still do this. If your bottom leg is bent, I want us all, please, to lift our top leg up for our star. So you can do with that with a bottom bent leg and lower it down, working into the waist. Just two more. I lift it up. Oh, I'm shaky. I lower it down. I lift the leg up. I lower it down and I come on down. Whew, let's spin round to do the other side. So just give that wrist a little bit of mobility there. Work through it. And remember, you stop at the level that suits you today. Let me check my class notes. So first of all, feet, knees, hips stacked, arm bones spinning backwards, two side bends, please. So, could you just press your hip higher to the ceiling? Let your head drop to your ear. And softly down. You might see me fall over here on my left arm. Up and over. I'm kind of secure in this position, but only just. And softly down. Okay, right, focus Louisa. Bottom leg long. I press my top foot in front of it. So really press that foot down and give me two side bends, please. Are you still looking in front? I know it's tempting to look down to the mat, but then if you do that, your spine's going to follow. Last side bend, so let the arm go over here, and then come up with that arm up to the ceiling. Okay, I'm going to pick my top leg up for star for 3, and I lower. Ooh, I'm wobbly. And 2, and lower it down. Oh, last one, focus Louisa. And lower, and softly you come down to your mat. Oh, well done. And I'm going to ask you to lay on your back now and just work through that wrist. Let go of any tension. Knees bent, feet are on the floor, and take your arms to the floor behind you. I'd like your palms facing up to the ceiling here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, the arms come forwards, the chin nods to your chest, and the head comes up. Your arms come to this 100 position. And then we lengthen out as we come down. When you're down here, pull your rib cage in so this stretches through the arms and the shoulders, not your back arching. And exhale, come up for 4. Lengthen those arms back. Draw your back into an imprint on your mat. And 3, breathing out every last drop of breath. Keep that back down on the mat as your arms reach. And 2 more like this. We are going to build through the levels. Can your arms reach longer? Last one. So you're not looking up to the ceiling here. You're looking to about the top of your knees. And take it down. This time as I lift my upper body up, my left leg comes up. So I crunch up and I'm trying to get that left knee towards my left eyebrow. Can you get your shoulders higher? And then softly down. Right leg up for 5. Squeeze all the air from your lungs. Can that thigh come in closer? Give me 4. So if it's too much to think about the breath pattern as well, just let yourself breathe naturally. Is your back still not arching as you reach the arms? Give me 3. Can you just lift those shoulders a bit higher? Where is your gaze? Remember, it's to the horizon, not up to the ceiling. Give me 2. Thigh closer to you. And down as a reminder to myself more than anyone else. We're going to hold it up this time. We come on up, right leg up, hold it. Lift your left leg up to join it. Beat your arms for your 100. So it's 100 breaths. Breathing in through your nose for the count of 5 and out through your mouth for the count of 5. Now think about your wrists are not floppy here. They're strong. Very strong from the shoulders to the tips of the fingers. Now if you wanted to take it a bit further, you could reach your legs long. Everything else is still and quiet. It's just the arms beating. And if you wish, you could take the legs a bit lower. Remember, the focus is on your breath more than anything. You're not looking up to the ceiling, I hope. You're looking to about your knees. If you wish, you take your legs even lower. We've got 3 more sets here. 2 more sets. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Last set. Oh, my abs are burning. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Lengthen out. Take a full body stretch for me. Oh, that's such a relief. Reach long. Reach to the wall behind you with the tips of your fingers. To the wall in front of you with your toes. And then when you're ready, just bring your arms down. And I want you to let your head go heavy on the mat. And turn your head from side to side just to release any neck tension. Hopefully we weren't gripping on. But just have a sense of letting go. As you turn your chin from one shoulder to the other. Coming to centre. We're going to go into our series of 5 ab moves now. I would like you just to pull both knees into your chest. Pull them in tight, so tight you feel like the lumbar spine is trying to lift off of the mat. The pelvis is definitely lifting. And then pick up your head, neck and shoulders. So you're in this really small ball-like position. I'm going to take my right leg long and both hands pull my left leg towards me. That right leg is not wobbly. I'm really reaching it. I'm going to switch legs for my single leg stretch. And I switch. Now your shoulders are not dropping down to the mat. Can you pull that left thigh closer to you? Pull the right thigh closer to you. What is the long leg doing? Is it feeling energized? Is it reaching as long as it can? Give me 4. Remember, not looking out to the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Pull the other leg in, take your head down. Take a quick full body stretch before we go into our double leg stretch. Remember, nothing ever feels like it's pulling. You don't take your legs so low that you're feeling it in your back. We're feeling this strong through our centre. Pull both knees in. Bring your eyebrows up to your knees. Okay, now feel how high your shoulders are. Close your eyes for a moment and focus. Now, when we take our arms and legs long, those shoulders don't drop. My legs stay squeezed together. I circle my arms around and then I hug my knees into my chest. So for me here, I inhale, go long. I circle the arms and then I hug those knees in tighter. Can you lift your chest up to your legs? Give me 3. Circle and hug. And 2. Arms by your ears. Sweep round. Can you pull it in smaller here? Last one, please. Go long for me. Circle the arms wide. Hug the knees in tighter. And then take a full body stretch. So hopefully you'll feel that work all the way through the abdominals. Top of them, bottom of them. Now we're going to be going into crisscross and we're going to work more into the obliques. Obviously it's not just that. All of these moves are full body. But I'll feel this in my waist when I go for crisscross. So the hands are behind your head. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Pick up the head, neck and shoulders. Nice and high again. Let your head just settle into your hands and lift your legs up. Light single leg stretch, the left knee comes in, the right leg goes long, and you twist to the left. But both legs are parallel, they're not rolling out to the side. And we twist the other way. And we twist. And as you twist, try and keep your elbows wider and think about bringing the shoulder over the body. Give me 6. The legs brush each other, 5. So the bent leg, just check that it's not rolling out to the side. 3, 2, 1, Center, shoulders higher, and release down. Oh my goodness, I am burning. Okay, the next move is our single leg straight stretch. So I want you to think about keeping both legs as straight as possible, please. Okay, let us just take our legs up to the ceiling. I'm going to walk my hands up my left leg until my head, neck and shoulders lift. Now, if that means you're holding your ankle with a straight leg, happy days. If you're holding your thigh to keep your legs straight, that is also fine. My right leg's just hovering above the mat. I'm going to pull my left knee towards my nose without it bending for 1 and 2. Switch legs. 1 and 2. So the bottom leg does a little pulse as well. Thinking about your upper body not moving. Just the hands and the legs moving. Give me 4. Oh, I'm shaky. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, pull those knees in to your chest and rock your back from side to side. The next move is our double leg straight stretch. Now and then, lowering both legs doesn't feel right for some clients, so we're going to work through the levels. We don't even need to lower the legs if that's not right for us today. I take my hands behind my head once more, so I'm not going to be holding any tension in my neck, and then I lift the head, neck and shoulders up. Both legs are going to the ceiling, and this might be enough for you here. Flex your feet. That's still working really hard, but if you want to add to it, lower your left leg, and then lift it up. And then I lower my right leg, and I lift it up. I'm going to go for 2 more, so I flex and lower, and I point and lift. And I flex and lower, and I point and lift. Now I'm going to further it. I'm going to lower both legs, but as I do, I'm pulling my belly button flat, and I lift. Just 1 more. My legs stay straight as I flex and I lower. I point and I lift. Oh, and again, I'm going to take a full body stretch because I really need it right now. Let your breath just settle. A couple of long and deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, I'm just going to roll us straight onto our tummy so we can do some swan dive work just to stretch out the abs. So I'm going to just scoot my hair up out of the way. And we are going to have our legs together. So the knuckles of the big toes are together. I'd just like you to take your hands under your shoulders. Note the elbows aren't going wide. I'm trying to keep them tucked in. First of all, I'm just going to look up at the wall in front of me. Breastbone is hovering. And then I could take my hands away if I wanted. Just feel about where the bra line is. That's where the back is extending. And then I'm going to lengthen out as I come on down. So I lift my gaze, and then my breastbone lifts. And then I could lift my hands if I wanted to. And I go longer as I go down. This time I'm going to come up a bit higher, but I want you to feel the work is around that mid-upper back. So I look up. Breastbone lifts. Now my back doesn't change shape from here. I just press into my hands to come up to my swan dive. And as I come down, I stretch my pubic bone out, my belly button out, my breastbone and my nose. Oh, my legs are parting, they should be together. I look up, I press into my hands. I stretch longer as I come down. Just check your elbows are tucking into the waist or into your rib cage there. I'm going to add to it. Upper body up. Now, as I lower it, my right leg lifts this time. But the pelvis isn't shifting, so my pelvis is fairly level, and then my leg lowers and my upper body comes up. So it's not so much about height of the leg, do your left leg now, it's about lengthening it as long as you can, and then it has to hover because it can't go longer. Upper body up as your leg stretches longer and goes down. Give me 2 more. Right leg long, elbows in. Lower it as you lift up so it's like a seesaw type movement. Last one on the left. Take it down, knees together, and I just want you to press yourself into Pilates rest position for me. Just give your bottom a bit of a wiggle out here. As you wiggle it side to side, you might just feel that release, that stretch in those muscles on the lower part at the side of your back. And then to get more stretch through the shoulders, I want you to walk both hands to the top left-hand corner of the mat, but then walk your right fingers forwards over your left hand. So your forehead still touch your knees, but can you walk that right hand forwards a bit more for me? Press your bottom back to your heels and feel that stretch all the way down the sides of the back. Couple of breaths here and feel that release. And then walk your hands through center to the top right hand corner of the mat. That left hand goes over the right hand. The more you reach through that left hand, the more stretch you're going to get. Bum back to your heels. Eyebrows in toward your knees still. And your hands come to center. And we stack the spine up. Okay, I'm going to just swing our legs in front of us. So I'm going to prop us up on our forearms. So notice I'm not sinking into my shoulders. I'm really strong here. I'm pressing the forearms away from the mat. And I'd like you to pick one leg up at a time. Now I'm going to keep my knees and the knuckles of the big toes together. I let my legs go towards the left-hand side of the room. And I feel like I'm picking up from under the right-hand side of the pelvis. And then come to center. And your legs go right, but you're still looking in front of you the whole time. So we're thinking about the upper body staying pretty still and quiet, but the twist coming from the hips. So we go over and center. Are your knees and knuckles of the big toes still attached? Otherwise we're kind of cheating a little bit. Give me two more, please. So this is a bit like your TikTok. And center. Last time to the right. Strong to center. Can you let those legs come closer to you? And then we're going to circle them to the right, down, up on the left-hand side and come to center. So it's like a corkscrew movement. I go left. The legs go away from me, up on the right-hand side. Then I want those thighs to come closer to me. Still keep the knees and the knuckles of the big toes attached the whole time. Give me 3. And 2. Each time I want your thighs to come closer to you. Last one, please. So we're really working all of those tummy muscles. And then I'm going to take my feet down. Oh, I'm going to lay down and we're going to do a similar thing. Let me just check my notes on our back in a minute. So you'll see I always take my hair up and then put it down. When I'm laying on my back here, I don't want a big ponytail in the way. I want to be able to keep my neck long. Pressing my arms down into the mat. I'm just going to lift my legs up. Knees are going to be bent. Pressing firmly into the hands as well as the shoulders. I'm just going to pulse my bottom up and take it down. So I'm just going to lift for 5 and lower. In fact, I'm lifting a bit high there. I'm kind of cheating. I want it to be a small pulse and a hold and lower. Give me 3. Because if I lift too high, I'm actually not working the lower part of my abdominals that I want to. Give me 2. And 1 more. Now we're going to add to it. So I keep my legs squeezed together. The thighs come closer to me. And we're going to do that corkscrew type thing here. So I let my legs go left. They go away from me. Up on the right hand side, all the way to center, I pulse up. And I take my bottom down. So thighs are still close to me. I go to the right. The thighs go away from me. I go up on the left hand side to center, pulse up. And let's go left and down. All the way up on the right and pulse up and down. Let's go for 3 more. So you're alternating direction, that little pulse and hold and down. Give me 2. Pulse, hold and lower. Final one, please. Pulse up and take it down and take a full body stretch. And take a moment here. When you're ready, I'm just going to roll you onto your side. So I'm going to be on my left arm. Okay. And I've got this long line through my body and we're going to work more into the obliques here. So I just want you to take your hand to the mat, but try not to use it too much. I'm going to lift my legs up and then I lower them down. So as I lift them up, just pause there. Hopefully you can feel those waist muscles working. Can you lift a bit higher? And then release. Because that last little centimetre there, that extra lift that you do, is where the work really is. Give me 4 and release. And 3, can you lift a bit higher? Softly down. 2, legs longer and lower. Last one, pause here. I lift my top leg up and I lower it down. So my bottom leg is staying still. I lift my top leg up and I lower it. It's a bit like our star earlier on. 3, and lower. 2, tap down, reach that leg longer. And 1, lower your leg halfway down, lift your bottom leg up and lower down. Lift it up and lower down. Give me 3. Oh, try and get those toes to meet each other. 2, your top leg's not moving. Last one, hold it there and give me your scissors. 1 leg forwards, 1 leg back. And take it the other way. Oh, it's so hot in here. I wish I'd turned the aircon on. Give me 4. And scissor the other way. And 3. And scissor the other way. And 2. Once more, each direction. Can you take that leg further back to open the hip? And come to center, take it down. Now, staying on this side, prop yourself up on your forearm. Now, if you're getting a bit tired, you can do this with your legs bent, or you can keep them long. We're going to go for a twisted teaser. So I would like you to start lifting the legs up and lift your arm up. And you're facing your toes. Oh, my legs are shaking. And I lower down. So we're kind of wringing out all of these waist muscles. Give me 5. So remember, you can work here with your legs bent. If that works better for you, then you crack on so they could stay bent there. And we go for 3. I'm going to go long legs for the last couple. Ooh, I'm wiggling out my mat. And 2. And down. 1 more time, please. Give me that twisted teaser. Hold it there. And can you let go of the floor? Hold it. Oh, my legs are so shaky. And I take it down. And I'm going to spin you onto the other side. That will teach me for having a large coffee for my breakfast today because I was busy. That was really bad. Don't take any nutritional advice from me. And I had a mince pie with my coffee. Okay, so my legs are long, really long. This top hand is just supporting me slightly, and I lift both legs up, and I look for that extra centimetre. And I lower down, and I lift up, and I lower. As you're doing this, imagine there's a pane of glass in front of you, in front of your legs and behind you. So the legs aren't rolling forwards and back, they're just lifting, and you're gliding up within those panes of glass. Give me 2. We're going to hold it up on this one. Hold it there. Bottom leg doesn't move. Top leg up. Let me keep an eye on the time. And lower. Top leg up. And lower. Keep that bottom leg quiet. Give me 4. Are you still within those panes of glass? I think I'm not. I fear my pelvis is rolling backwards. Behave, pelvis. Give me 2. 1. Lower that top leg just halfway and challenge yourself by lifting that bottom leg. And tap down and lift that bottom leg. So yes, we're working into our waist muscles, our tummy muscles, but I really feel the inner thigh, that bottom leg working hard. 2 and 1. Hold it there. Give me your scissors and sweep it the other way. Give me 4 each direction and back for 4. Can you keep those legs a bit higher? Can you feel those top waist muscles really working? Obviously everything else is working as well. Oh, I feel them burning. Give me 2 more each direction. The leg going back, take it further back. Last one. Take it back. Legs to center, lift them up. Whew, take them down. Prop yourself up on your forearm. Again, bent legs, long legs, I do not mind, but you listen to your body. I would like you to take a deep breath in and exhale, twisty teaser up. Oh, those shakes are unreal. I'm going to bend my legs and I lower down. And 4, so your rib cage faces up to the ceiling and then it faces the wall in front of you. Whew. 3, I'm going to do it even though my legs are shaking. Lift the arm up so it's parallel to the legs. and down. And 2, twisty teaser, lift that breastbone and lower. 1 more time, come up. Even if your legs are bent, let's come up to a teaser now. So you could do bent legs here on long legs. And we take our feet down. Oh, and you roll on down to the mat and you wiggle over if you have moved as much as I have during that class. So we're going to go for some more teasers. I would like you please to take your arms to the floor behind you. Take your right leg long on the mat and float your left leg up. So if we get stuck here, I'm just going to show you, we can grab our leg to help ourselves up. That is absolutely fine. If you're feeling a bit tight today or a bit tired, crack on there. I'm not going to hold my legs, so my arms will be on the floor behind me. And as my arms come forward, my head lifts and I come up to this teaser shape. We've just got 3. I bend my knee and I'm trying to feel each vertebra moving individually on the way down. And then my arms reach. 2, I exhale, lift. Remember, it's a long and slow breath. And I inhale, melt the spine down. I feel my back's tight in the lower area today, so I know on the next one I have to just work through it a bit more carefully. So the bit where your back feels like it wants to fall down, that's where you bring your focus to and work through it. Take your left leg long, right leg floats up. Take a deep breath in, exhale, we come up just for 3. So remember, you could hold your leg and you could hold it on the way down as well. If that helps you get that beautiful articulation through the spine. 2, depends where your focus is. A bit more strengthening here without holding the leg, bend. But if your focus today is that mobility, then that is wonderful. Last one, please. Last one like this, anyway. Are your arms and legs to the same diagonal? And come on down. Ooh, we've got 3 full ones now. So both legs are lifted. You are welcome to tuck your hands behind your legs for this as well. Arms reach forwards, head lifts, and we go to our teaser. 1 of 3. Oh, I bend my knees. And I melt the spine down. Twice more, please. Come on up for me. Oh, squeeze those legs together. I promise that helps. And bend. My shakes are so bad. And melt. Oh, I let my back collapse there. I should have focused more. Come on up. Okay. Focus, Louisa. As I bend my legs, I'm going to make sure the lower back comes down slowly. Oh, and take a full body stretch for me. Reach long. Let everything settle. Let your breath slow down again. Because in a moment we are going for a plank series where we're going to work all of the abdominal muscles, but so much more. So when you're ready, draw your knees into your chest. Give your back a gentle rock out. I'm going to rock backwards and forwards and jump up to standing, but you help yourself up in the way that feels safe for you. So rock a couple of times. I might rock up to standing, I might fall over. I'm going to go for 2. 1 more rock. I let go of my legs and I hop up. Okay, my hair's going to go out of the way again for our plank series. So, would you please stand with your mat in front of you? Weight really even throughout your feet, and your feet are going to be hip distance apart, and that's about as wide as your cheekbones, so probably more narrow than you think. Soften your knees rather than lock them out. Lift your arms up. Take them wide, nod your chin to your chest, and you're going to roll on down. Your head's just coming down in front of the toes, as are your hands. Walk out to a plank position, please. So it's about 3.5 steps. And I just want you to hold the plank here to begin with. I want you to please hold it, but think about what your arm bones are doing. These upper arm bones, I want you to feel like you're spinning them inwards so the insides of the elbows face each other. You're going to have your fingers wide and you're pressing the mat away from you. Let's think about the position of our back line. So the back of the head, back of the rib cage and back of the pelvis are all in alignment. So I'm not dropping and my bum isn't poking up. Give me an up stretch, please, or a downward facing dog. Encourage your heels down. Press your bottom back and just feel how that stretches out the back of your body. Push your chest to your knees. And then walk your hands into your feet, please. Just soften those knees out, equal weight throughout your feet. And rebuild your spine. Imagine there's a wall behind you. You stack each vertebra up individually against that wall, and then you lift your arms up. You stretch them wide, nod the head, you peel off of that imaginary wall behind you. Belly button's going up towards your backbone, and walk out those 3.5 large steps to your plank. Now, thinking about that strong plank, insides of the elbows facing each other, just bring your right knee to your chest. Nothing else moved. Take the leg back, foot down. Left knee in. Left foot back. Give me 4. So let's get that thigh closer to your belly, so you're really engaging all of the muscles to get that contraction. And 2, lift from your throat for me, please. Don't let your head go heavy. And 1. Both feet down. Give me that up stretch again. You can walk the feet in a smidgen if that helps you. Press your chest back to your knees, your heels down. And then walk your hands to your feet. You go heavy straight away. Looking back at your knees, give your head a nod so I know you're not gripping on. And when you're ready, rebuild your spine. Up against that imaginary wall again. It's actually really good practice to do that against the wall, and it shows you where your tight spots are. When your back hinges, it just gives that feedback. Lift your arms up. Circle the arms wide. Nod the chin. Tuck the belly up. And walk it out to your plank. I need to keep an eye on the time. I always run out of time. Okay, insides of the elbows talking to each other. Right leg hovers. Bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Take it back and down. Left knee, left elbow. Back and down. So it's the stability of the pelvis still. Give me 4. Neck still long, please. And 3. Oh, can your knee get closer to your elbow each time? 2. Oh, just give me 1 more. That's all I want from you. Both feet down. Give me that up stretch. So your feet are still hip distance apart. Hold it for a couple of breaths. And then walk your hands into your feet. Oh, hang heavy there. Just rotate your wrists a couple of times each direction for me. And rebuild your spine up against that wall. We have 1 set of press-ups and then we're done. Lift your arms up, because press-ups don't just work your arms or your triceps, they work your entire body. Rolling down. I'm going to do it on my knees today. I've got a bit of a wrist issue. I always want you to listen to your body. So I'm walking out to my plank and then my knees come down, but you are welcome to do a long-legged one. Let's just remember, in a press-up, your back doesn't arch, your bum's not poking up, you're strong. Everything lowers down at the same time. And then we lift. So it doesn't matter how low you go, it's about form. Let's inhale, go down. Just tuck your elbows into your t-shirt. And exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale down as your neck still long. And exhale, lift. Fingers wide. 2. Press the mat away from you to lift you. So the nose goes towards the front of the mat rather than in between your hands. And we lift, tuck your toes under. Give me an up stretch. I want you to lift one heel high as you press the other down and pedal through your feet. Oh, my hands are slipping where I'm so warm. Give me 6 and 5. I'm trying not to face plant. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press both heels down and walk your hands into your feet. Oh, rebuild your spine for me, please. At the top, lift your arms up and take them wide. I want you to give me a side bend over. Stretch, press the ribcage into the side of the t-shirt. And lift. And stretch. And lift. 1 more time, each direction. Letting your breath slow and settle. 1 more time. And we lift. Take your feet a little bit wider. And I just want you to twist and look at the shoulder behind you. And back to center. And twist, allowing our hips to move a little bit. And center. Give me 2. Back to center. Last one. Lift your arms up, gaze up to the ceiling. Circle your arms wide, just nod your chin to your chest. Twice more. Inhale, we go up. Gaze all the way up between those hands, and exhale, take your arms wide. The chin nods, the tailbone tucks. Last one, we lift up and we stretch wide, and you are done. Very, very well done.